Red flags when dating a narcissistic woman. When you first start dating a narcissistic woman, everything can feel intense, magnetic, almost cinematic. She may seem confident, charming, emotionally expressive, and deeply interested in you. But beneath that intoxicating beginning, there are red flags, subtle at first, then impossible to ignore. The first red flag is extreme love bombing followed by emotional withdrawal. In the beginning, she moves fast. She mirrors your interests. She tells you you're different. She may even talk about the future unusually early. You feel chosen, special. But once you're emotionally invested, the warmth cools. Affection becomes conditional. Attention becomes a reward system. And suddenly, you're working to get back the version of her you met in the beginning. The second red flag is that everything revolves around her feelings. Every conflict becomes about how hurt she is. If you express discomfort, she flips the script. Now you're the one apologizing. If you're stressed, she somehow becomes more stressed. If you're disappointed, she becomes devastated. There is no emotional space for you. Over time, you begin shrinking your needs because they trigger her reactions. The third red flag is subtle but powerful. She cannot take accountability. When something goes wrong, there's always a reason, an excuse, or someone else to blame. An ex was toxic. A friend was jealous. A boss was threatened by her talent. You start noticing a pattern. She is always the misunderstood victim, never the contributor to the chaos. And if you try to calmly point out inconsistencies, she may accuse you of attacking her character. Healthy people reflect. Narcissistic individuals defend at all costs. The fourth red flag is how she handles boundaries. At first, she may seem to respect them. But over time, she tests them. She pushes, she guilt trips. If you need space, she calls you distant. If you say no, she questions your commitment. If you stand firm, she might punish you with coldness or silent treatment. Boundaries feel like threats to her control. And slowly, you start bending them to keep the peace. The fifth red flag is how she reacts when she is not the center of attention. Watch closely in social settings. If someone else is praised, does she subtly redirect the spotlight? If you're celebrated, does she seem genuinely happy or slightly irritated? Narcissistic patterns often reveal themselves when admiration is not flowing toward them. There may be competitiveness instead of support, comparison instead of connection. Over time, you may feel like you're in a performance rather than a partnership. Dating a narcissistic woman is confusing because the highs are very high. The chemistry can feel electric. The affection can feel addictive. But the emotional stability is fragile. You find yourself analyzing her moods, adjusting your tone, predicting reactions. You feel responsible for her emotional state. That's not love. That's psychological conditioning. The most dangerous part is not the obvious drama. It's the gradual erosion of your self-trust. You start doubting your memory. You question whether you're too sensitive. You wonder if you're the problem. But red flags are not there to shame you. They are there to protect you. Healthy relationships feel safe. You can express yourself without fear of emotional backlash. You can disagree without being punished. You can celebrate without triggering insecurity. If you recognize these red flags early, you don't need to diagnose her. You don't need to argue. You simply observe patterns. Consistency reveals character. And the moment you feel like you're losing yourself just to keep someone, that's your clearest signal. Attraction can blind you. Chemistry can distract you. But peace never lies.